Hello, I'm Matt and I would like to welcome you to the channel. If this is your first visit to our channel, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you will know when we upload a new video. My videos are intended to show you some of the things that I ate while losing 70 pounds without working out and while still eating foods that I love in a system I call Deciding for Life. I am not a medical professional and I give no medical advice. Consult with your doctor before utilizing any of the techniques that I demonstrate in my videos to ensure that they are safe for you and your medical conditions. These videos are more about food than technique, and if you are interested in cooking technique, I would recommend the YouTube channels of Chef John Pierre, Food Wishes, and Preppy Kitchen because they are some of the better cooking channels, in my opinion. My videos at least demonstrate that cooking is easier than I thought, and that a home cook can cook some awesome food. This video is how I make candied cherry waffles for my cheat day breakfast. I start by draining and cutting up the cherries. I save the syrup that is in the jar because I will warm it up and put it on the waffles that I eat because I like the flavor. I start by touching up the blade of the knife that I'm going to use on a steel. It really makes cutting up the cherries so much easier than a dull knife. I rinse the blade off to make sure that there are no little pieces of steel left on it. It takes about 5 minutes to cut up about 35 cherries, and I keep one out for a garnish for Melanie's waffle. I decided to use a digital scale this time to save some of the cleanup. I learned this technique from the Preppy Kitchen, but I think I may go back to measuring cups and spoons because they are faster, and I use a dishwasher to clean my cooking utensils anyway. I measure out 120 grams, which is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm separating an egg white from an egg yolk. Please excuse the poor camera angle. I add the yolk to the batter. Then I mix the egg white up with the stand mixer with a whisk attachment, which adds air to the egg white and makes the waffle a whole lot fluffier. Then I add 1 gram of baking powder, or 3/4 of a tablespoon. This is where a measuring spoon would have been so much quicker. I grind in 4 grams of salt, or 1/2 teaspoon. I measure in 216 grams, or 1/4 cup of whole milk. I melt 4 tablespoons, or 1/4 cup of butter in the microwave on 50% power at 30-second increments. I add 2 grams, or 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla. I add 15 grams, or 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. While the butter is finishing melting, I warm the oven up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, or 77 degrees Celsius, so that I can keep our food warm while I finish cooking. I add in the candied cherries. I add in the melted butter and mix it in with a spatula. Then I add the nice and fluffy egg whites and fold them in with a spatula. And then I portion out the batter with a 3/4 cup serving ladle. I bought this particular ladle straight from Amazon for this specific purpose because the waffle iron calls for a 3/4 cup measurement. While the waffles are cooking, I will simultaneously make our omelets. I make a 1-egg omelet for Melanie with American cheese, and I found it is so much easier to make omelets when you cover the whole bottom of the skillet with the egg. I add the salt and pepper directly to her egg because she is more sensitive of spices than I am. Then I add her American cheese. And then I fold her egg up into a cute 1-egg cheese omelet. I put her omelet in the oven to stay warm. Then I pull her waffle off with a fork and a spatula. And in the oven it goes to stay warm. Now on to waffle number 2. Time for my 2-egg omelet. It's made with pepper jack and Carolina Reaper cheese. I don't know if you've ever had Carolina Reaper cheese, but it is a hot cheese, and if you like hot food, it is an awesome cheese. Unfortunately, the only place I've been able to find it is at Publix. I like the Carolina Reaper cheese so much I've even put it on my pizza. I warm up the cherry juice from the jar in the microwave for about a minute. Time to fold up my omelet. I add my salt and pepper to the exterior of the omelet because I like its spicy bite. Time to pull off waffle number 2. And once again it goes into the oven so it stays warm. The remainder of the batter goes into the waffle iron, and this recipe works out great for Melanie and me because it makes exactly 3 waffles, which is what we're going to eat. I put the utensils in the dishwasher as soon as I'm done because this saves me time later. Time for my omelet to come off and go in the oven to stay warm. Enjoy my coffee while the last waffle finishes cooking. Time to pull the last waffle out. I don't really go by time, I just keep track of how much steam is coming out of the waffle maker, and when I see it gets to what I think is about right, that's when I pull them out. Last one into the oven. Time to go wake my sweetheart up. I don't have chef's hands, so I use cooking mitts. Here are the results of my efforts this morning. Melanie's plate is garnished with a candied cherry, and my omelet and waffles are on the 2 remaining plates. It took 32 minutes to prepare 3 waffles and 2 omelets that we both love. This is what I typically have for breakfast on my cheat day, and is the type of breakfast that I have been able to eat on my cheat day while losing 70 pounds, without working out, and while still eating the foods that I love, using a system that I call deciding for life. My breakfast was roughly 976 calories, not including the calories from the candied cherry and maple syrup that I added to my waffles. The recipe and calorie breakdown are listed in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have a suggestion that can make our channel better. If you have a friend or family member that you think our video can inspire to live a healthier lifestyle, please share. Thanks for watching, and may you have an awesome and healthier day.